Hello, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on where you're tuning in from and when you are watching this. It is day 86 of our 90-day run. Literally 4 more days left. 4 more days left. It's crazy. It's been quite a year. 2022. I mean, in the world, yes, but definitely with our business, with this run, it's been a big eye opener. And we're getting to the end of it. We're getting to the end of the March for Cash month and promo, right? So I hope you're wrapping up your month very well. And even as we're wrapping up this run, I don't know about you guys, but yeah, I know how even like by week one, yes, enjoying all the activity, pushing through, doing new things as I'm learning new things, right? But I'm sure for you too, this has been like, you've taken up your business activity notches, right? And you kind of feel like, you're doing a lot. And you can't wait to just be able to breathe after this. I totally understand. But yeah, I mean, we have to also be careful not to get caught up in just going from where we are right now to just slumping down and just doing very little or no activity for a while. You don't want to slow down that momentum, right? We've done a lot of planting of seeds. For me, it's definitely been a lot of seed planting, implementing new things and all. Starting this month, I had a target in terms of business I want to do, how many recruits I want to have. I am very far off that target, and yes, certain points of the month had been challenging and discouraging, right? I mean, even when I was like having hope, certain things with people and all, yeah, disappointments. We know how that goes, but I know that planting seeds and it's definitely not a waste. I can't remember what exact day it was. I don't know if we shared that, but yeah, very key training that someone taught us or a part of a key training that we were taught. One of these $1 million mentoring calls, we were taught that, hey, of the activities you end up doing, 90% would not really be useful in a sense, right? It's only that 10% that's actually going to change your life, but you can't know beforehand what the 10% that would do the magic would be. So you have to do it all. You have to do the 100%, right? So yeah, it's kind of the same way you kind of plant seeds. It doesn't mean each of them is going to actually germinate and grow and bear fruit, but you have to plant. You can't determine what's going to happen. So yeah, our business is much like that. So yes, on day 86, right, it's time to we've been doing this, but yeah, reviewing 90-day run, reviewing it and deciding on how to push further. How could you actually push this business, push your activity and your business further? So a good place to start is to think through, like, there's been so much training we know that has gone on. But what have you learned so far? From all of it? There are a few things, and this is very helpful. It's something that you have to take on as you go. It's not just exclusive to this 90-day run. So the first thing is, if you're not getting the results that you want, what do? Plan, do, review, right? So, you've done a particular activity, you shared information with the prospect, or they decided not to buy what you're offering, right? Look at your whole process. You planned what you were going to do, right? And you did it. So just review and see if there are areas you can tweak, something you can do more of, less of. It's always important. So if you're not getting the results you want, plan, do, review. And Eric, it's tough sometimes to be able to do this for every single thing. But yeah, the idea is for as many of our activities and every single thing that we are doing regarding our business, plan, do, review is important. Second thing is, when you find yourself in a dark place, right? When you're kicking yourself, I haven't gotten the results. Like me, I'm so way off my targets for this month, and literally we have less than 24 hours left to do anything, right? Business-wise. When you find yourself in that dark place, and you're kicking yourself like, this whole thing sucks, you're so discouraged, right? Remember this. No guilt, no shame, right? Yes, maybe there are some things you could do better, or some things that you were not doing at all that you could have done or should have done, or some things that you should have avoided but you went on to do, right? Even if you have been the problem, even if, because sometimes you're not the problem, I mean, it's just out of your hands at that time, you just kind of have to keep working your numbers. But even if the problem is you, no shame, no guilt, just breathe. Like, let go of negative emotion, feel it in that moment, but don't let it linger. Breathe and move on, right? If you find yourself stuck, like you just feel like, okay, I've been doing this is not working, doing this is not working, or some days it's just like, what do I need to do this day to move the needle in my business? If you find yourself stuck, just turn any of the activities that you have learned, everything that we've learned in the course of this run, and there have been many, right? From the different approaches, direct approach, indirect approach, super indirect, or asking people, have you ever thought of starting a business, all those kind of things, right? Sharing the information, whether you want it to be majorly on the products, on the business opportunity, both, different things, right? Just different methods. Anything, or going live, doing social media posts around your products, around the business opportunity, anything at all, right? Take any of the activities and turn it into a challenge. Get into action. The way to become unstuck is to get into the activity. Like, you don't want to just remain frozen. So get into the activity, get into action, and do it messy. I mean, as somebody who is to be perfectionist, I understand how, you always want the thing to be just like as perfect as you want, as you imagine it in your head. Like, you want things to be very, 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 very ideal, right? Do it messy. Doing it is better than not doing it, right? Progress is perfection, like I'll say. So do it messy, right? The fourth thing is, understand that your job with prospects is to educate them. Provide the information in the best possible way so that they can make an informed decision. Your issue is not to convince them, it's not to coerce them, it's not to bend them to your will or anything. It is to educate them properly. So focus on doing that. So, more and more, yes, obviously in a business, and we want to be able to succeed, make the money, be able to get recognized, grow, go on trips, all those kinds of things. But yeah, we have to be very cautious to know that this is about people. Our business is about people, and it's about them. Like, the focus should be on them. So help to educate them, get them to a point of having higher knowledge or better knowledge than they had before, right? Focus on that, focus on them. And then also remember that you learn more by doing. You don't learn by just studying. It's not okay as you watch this live now, okay, so you have the information, okay, you feel like you've learned. No, you learn more when you do. So these things I'm saying, everything you've learned in the course of this run, which has been a lot, right? Implementing anyone at any time, like the doing is what makes you learn. Right? You've only truly learned a thing when you can never forget it. And when you tend to not forget when you're actually implementing, putting it into practice. So put it into practice, actually do. And then the second level of earning, right, is by teaching. When you teach something, you know it more. Actually, the teacher learns more. The more you teach, the more it really sinks into you. So do and teach. Really, really important. So those are the 5 things, right? Plan the review. Remember, no shame, no guilt. Just breathe. Do it messy. Messy action better than no action. Focus on educating your prospects, and do and teach. Do teach. Both go hand in hand. Right, so you can actually teach like your new people, your new team subsequently, not even just right away, right? Even the people that will come, teach them what to do to grow their business. Tell yourself that you are on a mission. You are on a mission, an unstoppable mission, right? And you're not going to let discouragement deter you in any shape or form, right? You're not going to let it slow you down. You're not going to allow it make you quit or just stop the activity or anything like that. No, you're on a mission, and what your mission is, what you want to accomplish with Max, you must get it. Tell yourself that, like that be your own pep talk, right? Every single time. So another thing I'd like to share is, okay, to what length really? And this is an interesting one, because I mean, you hear people's stories, you know how people have had like mad success in, I mean, yes, in network marketing, but just in different fields all over the world, right? So people have had really amazing success, and it's worth asking yourself, like, to what lengths are you willing to go to ensure that you become great? Are you someone who wants to become great? And if so, to what length really are you prepared to do that? Many of us say we want to be successful, want to be wealthy, want to be crown diamonds, want to be able to live that max lifestyle. But what are you willing to do to get to that level really? So I don't know how many people know of this person. I mean, if not for Eric Worre, I may not have heard of him. He's a very famous YouTuber. Call him Mr. Beast. I think his real name is Jimmy Robinson, something like that. But Mr. Beast, he's apparently so popular. He has how many 100 million viewers, like, and he keeps some really crazy statistic as to the number, the millions, the followers he gets on a daily basis, or is it a monthly basis? Like millions, it's in the millions. It's crazy. He's someone who started YouTube when he was 11. He's currently 23, so he has been at this for 12-ish years. And then, I mean, it's just about his story, that, I mean, how he started, right? Everything being like self-taught. It's not like anybody came and taught him YouTube. So you imagine he started this literally as a kid, right? And beginning to learn things, how to create videos, I mean, use a phone, how he was beginning to just learn different things. He was very committed and obsessed. Like, there was this this one is not just determination. He was very obsessed with how to get better at videos, at like the content, how can he make his videos better. So letting all he could, making things, right? How it was okay, even when YouTube now enabled monetization on their platform, how okay, even with earning $1 a day, right? How he was able to save up, I think, a year so that he can then get a laptop, so that he can make videos. How he was just beginning to build, like, everything he earned, he just kept reinvesting to be able to get the gadgets, learn more, to be able to create the best videos. How he was able to find people who were on his frequency, obsessed like him. People, I think some 4 other guys, right? So they kind of had this accountability group like going on. I think this was maybe when he was now like 16 or something. But yeah, they were all about how to make content better, how to make things better. They were all on the same mission, right? They used to be obsessed, being on YouTube for hours a day, right? And it's just insane how things grew from there. So I think he used to do videos every day, and he did it at a stretch like 1,000 days. He did it for 1,000 straight days, like creating the video content and all. And in fact, he has an insane following. Like I said, I'm sure if you go to YouTube now, you wouldn't believe the number of views. You have people having 1 million subscribers, 10 million, but his numbers are insane. And it's all because of how obsessed he was, like the work he has actually put into it. Like, he'd be online, be on YouTube for more than 12 hours in a day, just crazy things. So think about it. What are you willing to do to become great in this business, right? How does 1,000 days straight of doing, the activity, learning while doing, right? Kind of what we're doing on this run. We learn, then we implement the next day with all these challenges and all. So what does that sound like to you? We've been on a 90-day run and it's felt like a lot. But what of 1,000? 1,000 that's longer than 3 years, right? Or maybe just about 3 years. Okay, almost 3 years. So how does 1,000 straight days of doing while learning, doing your plan, do review, sticking with accountability, right? Being really consistent with it, having masterminds, group sessions, and all of that. How does that sound to you? Right? How does that sound to you? And then there's something else that to say. I mean, obviously, as people kind of grow, or they even have like people hating on them and all of that. We know how things can go online. But he is somebody that is not even doesn't pay attention to hate. And I mean, in our industry, we have a lot of hate, right? Doesn't pay attention to it. He goes. I mean, he's so obsessed and so determined at his craft that he actually goes a step further. Like he gave this example that he will send a recording, like not a recording, a YouTube video like that he's created. He'll select 10 people he really respects. Now these are not like haters or anything, but people he really respects, who wants their opinion. He sends it to them and tells them to roast him. Right, they should watch it and roast him, like tell him what he has done wrong, give their unreserved criticism. Right, imagine that people is like, oh, telling your prospect to reject you, something like that, right? So that is scary. How many of us are willing to go that to that level, right? Like, how are you willing to? Oh, okay, you did a presentation. Yeah, you did a kind of presentation, maybe BOM, record, online BOM, you recorded it. How many of us are willing to, okay, maybe like this, the leaders, the really top-notch presenters that you know, how many of us, people that you respect, how many of us are willing to, share this with this leader and be like, okay, please watch this video and give me your unreserved criticism. Really dive deep into this. Tell me what I did wrong, what I did good, what I could do better, and all those things. How obsessed and how willing are we to be about our craft? Because that is the thing that's going to push us further, like beyond this 90-day run. This 90-day run is not like the end all and be all for the business, right? I mean, as Jessie Lee Ward would tell us, like, I think Eric also says this, your business and our business is a series of like 90-day runs. It's like 90-day blocks. It doesn't mean you'll be doing like this level of activity every single time, but then each 90 days has its own thing that is going to move your business forward. So how willing are you? How are you to be able to go the distance? It's something that we really need to think about. I'm still like stewing over this. How far am I willing to go? Right, when I hear about Mr. Beast, I don't have even anything near his level of obsession for anything really. But yeah, for the things that really want, how far am I willing to go? It's definitely something that we all need to answer for ourselves, and don't adopt anybody else's answer. Answer it for yourself. So what's the assignment? The assignment is for you to be able to decide. Think through everything, but decide that you actually want to go all out and become world class at this business. You want to be the kind of person that people look up to, people recognize, people know that this person is a master at their craft. All right, so that's the message. So in March hard, do what you can for your business. Cross your T's, dot your I's, wrap up March, right? Very well. Wish you all the best. All the promo winners, congratulations to you. People that are earning, people that have done activities in their business. Any single thing that you've done that's extra, that's helped your business in some way, right? Even if it's just internally, maybe the results haven't shown yet. Congratulations on that. That is really great. And let's end this 90-day run on a big high. I look forward to the next 90-day phase of the year. So thank you so much for watching. And if you got value from this training, whenever you're watching this, just type in value in the comments. It'd be really lovely to hear from you. All right, stay blessed. Take care.